More than 2 million Americans are in jails or prisons here, and more than 200,000 of those prisoners are female. When I got arrested, I weighed 88 pounds, and I felt like I was knocking on death's door. Bound by harsh discipline, heavy chains, and hard labor, prison seemed like a place no one should be. In 2019, a prison lieutenant bludgeoned the body of a female inmate for refusing his sexual advances, leaving her paralyzed for life, while the lieutenant faced no consequences. Now, shifting to a broader perspective, here are 10 of the world's most disturbing female prisons. Julia Tutwiler Prison, Alabama, June 2008. Built in 1942, this prison was meant for a maximum of 4,177 prisoners but currently holds about 900. The facility faced issues like overcrowding, unsafe conditions, and a lack of privacy. In 2014, privacy measures like shower curtains and toilet partitions were finally installed, exposing a history of exploitation and abuse by prison officers. Karchak Prison, Iran, described as a place not built for humans, Karchak has low hygiene standards, overcrowded living conditions, and inadequate facilities for women and their children. Inmates, even those with kids, face limited access to necessities like tampons and proper medical care. The prison is surrounded by untreated sewage, adding to the dire living conditions. Tihar Jail, India, with about 177,000 inmates across 9 different prisons, Tihar Jail in India paints a grim picture. Overcrowded rooms, lack of sanitation, and no educational or vocational opportunities make this a harsh environment. Female inmates, in particular, face challenging conditions, with only limited outdoor time and no activities besides talking to each other. Badambagh Women's Prison, Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, moral crimes, including leaving husbands or refusing arranged marriages, lead to the imprisonment of women. Badambagh, holding over 200 women and children, is a hostile and congested environment. The justice system disowns these women, leaving them confined within the prison walls. Indiana Women's Prison, Indiana, established in 1873. This prison became notorious for cases like that of Paula Cooper, a minor facing execution, who was abused by guards. The prison's response to the COVID-19 pandemic exposed inmates to inhumane conditions, including lack of ventilation, denial of medications, and extended lockdowns. Rosie's Jail, Rikers Island, New York, part of the largest penal colony globally. Rosie's Jail exposes female inmates to beatings, sexual harassment, and even death. The lack of vocational or educational options, inadequate medical support, and a significant lack of staff contribute to the nightmarish experiences within this jail. Lowell Correctional Institution, Florida. A 2020 report by the U.S. Department of Justice revealed a culture of abuse and violence within Lowell, one of the largest women's prisons in the nation. Allegations included rape, sodomy, and beatings by correctional officers. The prison's history of abuse and the lack of accountability raise concerns about justice for the victims. Banyup Women's Prison, Australia. Overcrowding, neglect, and lack of hygiene make Banyup one of the worst prisons in Australia. Inmates, including pregnant women, face harsh conditions with broken facilities, inadequate meals, and limited access to essential items. The prison's history of neglect continues to impact the well-being of its female population. Bangkok Women's Correctional Institution, Thailand. With 40 prisoners per room, Bangkok Correctional Institution offers a claustrophobic living nightmare. Despite recent efforts to introduce occupational workshops, the prison's crowded cells, poor hygiene, and extortion among inmates contribute to its reputation as one of the world's worst female prisons. Bana Female Prison, Egypt, characterized by high walls, overcrowded cells, and privacy violations, Bana Female Prison in Egypt has become a hotbed of abuse and ill treatment. Female prisoners, regardless of their offenses, face strip searches, beatings, and insults. The lack of female officers further exacerbates the violation of their rights. For more details, watch and subscribe Midder TV.